But in the meantime, I will finish off this game by myself. So, gonna wait for the countdown, have a sip of water. Three, two, one, and drop. So unfortunately, Diggity will not be here for the rest of the game. Hopefully I can do a good enough job by myself. Now we do see the Terran forces moving out. I'm a little bit surprised he's getting this aggressive without a vessel. No, there is the vessel. I was just gonna say, I'm pushing out a little bit. Oh my god, but see, that is absolutely why you need that first vessel. So you do not lose Marines in a silly fashion to lurkers. Looks like he will push those back with siege tanks. And whoopsie daisy, sorry about that. Skype just hijacked my mouse for a second as Diggity was dropped from the call. And it looks like, though, a big drop going in the left side. There is one bunker and one siege tank there to defend, but that's 5 overlords full of units. He's just going in. He needs to start dropping or he'll lose the units in the overlord. Overlord's going down. Lurkers borrowing. 5 lurkers in the base. All the links have gone down. It looks like, though, he will be able to defend this just fine. I don't know how that link got there. Oh, it looks like he ran in with a few more units in the front. That's kind of interesting. You should borrow that right next to the tank. It looks like the main force of Heme is actually just going to go for a big counterattack. I'm not sure if that's going to work. A lot of lurkers morphing at the front of the natural. Heme taking some serious damage in his main base. All of the supply depots are under fire. He could go into the negative supply. What are the upgrades actually looking like? 1-0 for the Terran. No upgrades yet for the Zerg. And those engineering base, of course, are under fire as well. He actually needs to scan this right now. This tank is in range. But anyway, here's a big engagement on the front. It looks like both players losing a lot, but Heme will get the better of that engagement, surviving with 2 siege tanks, actually with 12 kills between them. And there is still a sunken line. There are still a few lurkers. Where is the Defiler tech? Consume is only just starting, so he will not have Swarm still for quite some time. He just needs to hold this off a little bit longer with lurkers and lings. But this Terran force is quite small, so if he can get a good flank off from these extra hatcheries that he has, he should be able to hold on. And of course, he's still doing damage. Actually, Heme losing a lot of depots, but having lost a lot of units, he's still not quite in the red. What is this thing attacking? Okay, it's attacking a tank. For a second, I didn't see that. I was like, wait, is that Sunken attacking like a Zerg unit? The mutinous Sunken colony. Looks like only one siege tank is actually remaining, and a very small group of Marines can't actually really do anything right now. And a lot of lurkers and lings. Actually, those lings blocking these lurkers from exiting the base. Another hatchery going down in the main. Consume is almost finished. So Deska should be actually fine right now. It looks like the drop in the main is cleaned up. A lot of depots lost, but Heme having lost a lot of units as well. Actually, it looks like these depots are burning. If he doesn't notice this, they will burn down. But actually, 2 lurkers were just waiting in the back there for the SCV transfer. Heme realizes this doesn't lose a lot of SCVs, but these depots might burn down if he's not paying attention. I'm just going to keep that selected. He is expanding to the bottom right position. This depot is going to burn down. Boom, there it goes. That one's also burning. Whoa, looks like a lot of the ones burning. So actually 2 depots burning down, putting Heme in the red. He is, however, sieging the front, but lurkers borrow. Heme, if he's not paying attention, okay, he pays attention. Loses only 2 Marines, unsieges his siege tank. With Dark Swarm out, Heme is going to have to back up right now. He has only 1 vessel with enough energy to irradiate, but I don't even know if he researched irradiate. Oh, looks like Heme actually repaired this burning depot, is rebuilding his supply. But Heme is currently at 80 supply compared to 71 of Deska, so not a huge difference. But oh, where's the Swarm? Where's the Borrow? What's he doing? Borrowing lurkers a little bit late, taking a lot of Zergling casualties, and not even Dark Swarming. He doesn't actually have enough energy. There's the Consume. Is he going to get an irradiate off? The science vessel is just staring him down. And meanwhile, there is a drop at the top right that I missed. A pure Marine drop, actually, taking out the hatchery. He needs to cancel this one, or he will lose it. He does cancel it in time. What are these morphing? Looks like Lings are going to morph on top of the Marines. They do have the Adrenal Gland upgrade, so they will attack extremely quickly. Are they actually going to take out all these Marines? That would be ridiculous. Oh my god, Crackling's imbalanced. And meanwhile, though, there is a big attack on the natural of Heme, but it looks like the lurkers are a little bit far behind. He loses a lot of Lings. Now, a bit important thing to note here is that the Terran is at 2-1 upgrades, while the Zerg is still at 0-0. So those upgrades are really going to play a big role here. However, upgrades do nothing when there's Dark Swarm on the field. Marines will do 0 damage regardless of what upgrade they do have. Deska actually surprisingly low on the drone count. So he has his tech up, he has his 3 bases, but he got like no drones. However, he is moving into the natural here with 4 lurkers under a swarm. There's a lot of Marines and 2 siege tanks. Those lurkers, he's going to deny mining from this natural. It looks like the SCVs were pulled in time. A few more units coming in here. The Defiler's coming in. It could get a huge plague off. No, it's going to get another swarm. That's actually a really important place to swarm. These two siege tanks are going to be under fire. The barracks are all lifting just so that the units can get home. Oh my goodness, and Heme meanwhile is not macroing. He's at almost 800 minerals, 1700 gas. And I'm trying to click on Deska. Deska floating a few resources himself. The natural command center is lifted. A lot of SCVs are going down now. Let me try and find a high kill count lurker. Looks like 10 kills. No, there's another 16 kills between those lurkers. Siege tank is also going to have to move back. And it's not looking good at all for Heme. The bottom right base, though, is up and running. And, oh, Diggity has called me. Sorry about that.
I'm back, and I believe I am in queue with you because the replay continues, which is always nice.
All right, I'm at 1630, coming up on 1630.
Yep, I just hit it. So exact timing.
All right, sweet. So Diggity will be back in on the cast. How fantastic.
So, looks like Heme in a lot of trouble now. He does have that bottom right-hand base, which is only up because of the mercy of Deska. So, not entirely over yet, but things are looking pretty grim. Absolutely grim. The problem for Deska is he's still sitting at 3, but he's well away from ever mining out, whereas the main is going to be a lot thinner for Heme before it is opposite corner. It looked for a second there like he might have been able to just finish that out. Instead, I guess giving breathing room to Heme. Heme now running up, getting some nice irradiates on those Defilers, and the Lurker's actually backing off as well.
Indeed, indeed, and it looks like Heme has been able to retake his natural, so he's now currently at 3 base to Deska's 3 base, and Deska just has he has no drones at his 3rd, so Deska is essentially only on 2 base right now, and oh my god, his main has no drones as well. He's just getting a Spire actually for the first time in the game, going up to the Filer Tech and then getting your Spire just so he can get some Scourge for those vessels, but Deska, I think, with having not been able to finish the game right there, looks like he might be in a bit of trouble now because his economy, even though he's on quote-unquote 3 bases, it's not really because of the low drone count. So actually, I do like Heme's position right now.
Yeah, Deska seems to favor these mid-game all-ins rather than a long macro style. So the detriment is if you can do a lot of damage, but if you do not kill your opponent, you end up falling further and further behind. It looks like he's building more Zerglings, more Lurkers, still not pretty...
Uh-oh, is Diggity dropping again? Alright, well, Diggity has cut off. So, I will pick up on that idea. Another thing I wanted to emphasize was the upgrades. 2-1 against 0-0, once again showing that Deska is not really planning for the late game that much. He did get relatively quick Defilers, but I don't think that's going to be enough. The Terran is pushing out right now. The Swarms are going to try and keep him back. He's got a lot of Hydras that are not morphed into Lurkers for whatever reason. One Defiler doing a little breakdance right there. Gonna swarm. Did he just throw that swarm down? That's an awkward place to swarm. Play-Doh on a lot of Marines. Oh my goodness, the plagued Marines run up to snipe a Defiler and get skewered by a Lurker. One vessel is even plagued, and it looks like Deska is just trying to keep the Terran back right now, but he just has no drones. Deska, build some drones, please. Or else you're just gonna lose in the long run. I mean, the Terran is now actually getting up some buildings at the bottom right. I assume he was going to throw down a lot more factories here, go with that flash style. I'm not quite sure if that works as well on this map as it does like on Fighting Spirit, but I assume it's fine. A lot of Lurkers and Lings are running away right now. Is there any Defiler here? He's got a lot of units, but no Defiler. The Defiler is really the crucial component of the Zorg forces at this stage in the game. Another vessel is actually just going somewhere. I don't even know. For a second I thought it was a dropship because that would be like an intelligent move right now, but he just got a random vessel going forward. One siege tank, defense matrix. Actually has a lot of kills. Whoa, these tanks have a lot of kills. Look at that, 16 kill siege tank. Some Scourge now coming in to try and snipe this vessel. Not going to happen. All those Hydras finally becoming Lurkers. He did actually have a surplus of gas. Did he just rally? Oh my goodness, Deska! Deska could have killed that with only 1 Scourge instead of throwing away 2. Bit of a blunder, but I'm wondering, is the starport actually rallied there? Because the other vessel was moving in that direction. Oh wait, no, I think that was the original vessel. I'm not really sure. Actually, I'm just gonna look at this vessel that pops out and just see if that's a bad rally. But it looks like another vessel will go down. So actually, Heme has no more vessels. He does have a lot of tanks though, and actually 4 fire bats, which is a little bit unusual. And where did that vessel go? Yes, his starport! His starport is actually rallied to Deska's natural, so quite a blunder there, but he is sending a few Marines to this base, and he's going to see this, and he's going to be like, wait, why do you have no drones at that base? Well, in fact, it is because that Deska has just not been making any drones. This will get cleaned up by some Lings. Oh, looks like Heme doing some nice micro. Going to try and find a little position there, doing some nice micro. Going to kill all these Zerglings. Oh my goodness, once again the upgrades. 3-2 upgraded Marines against 0-0 Lings. Those Lings just do absolutely nothing. Look at those Marines just demolishing all of those Lings as the push goes up the front. I think Deska's in a lot of trouble, even eating an Overlord. Oh, but the Defiler goes down to Siege Tank fire without even getting a swarm off. Deska is in a lot of trouble right now. Look at that. 4 kills, 5 kills. How many kills on that one? 7 kills. So many kills between these Marines. Those 3-2 upgrades just completely demolishing the Zerg. And where is that high kill count tank? We just love high kill count units. Oh, looks like he died. How unfortunate. Oh well. Oh well, he was there. And Diggity is back.
Okay.
Hello again, Diggity.
I was about to say I'm back again, but I think I'm going to let Sale finish this out in chat, but never mind. So yeah, again, the problem with Deska's style of play, builds a ton of troops, but not a lot of drones, and now he's being bared down on by Heme, who has the economic and troop lead. Things looking a bit desperate.
Indeed, and Heme actually throwing down 1 million buildings at the bottom right, for some reason opting to throw down a lot of barracks instead of factories. Usually Terrans go for the mass factories with siege tanks. But I think in this case, whatever building he decided to build, it doesn't really matter because he's just going to roll into Deska's natural with a huge force. There's actually no units to defend. There's like 4 lurkers and a few other random units on the left side here setting up a flank, but they have no one to actually close on the other side, on the other flank. And another small force is actually heading to the top right. There's an SCV going to scout that out, but there's actually no hatchery in the top right. There's a drone there. Looks like he wanted to make a hatchery, but there's just not enough money. Oh my god, Defilers getting sniped out the front. Hydroden going down. Deska in a lot of trouble right here.
Yeah, it looks like Heme is just going to be able to walk his way forward as soon as that Dark Swarm is down. There is a lurker underneath that swarm. It is hitting some siege tanks. It should be dispatched with Splash with any degree of look. Never mind, still sitting underneath there. The splash damage of the siege tank still not hitting it just because of that Hex push.
Indeed, actually, borrowed units are not affected by Splash while they're under Swarm.
I thought they were affected by Splash, but not direct damage.
See, that's what I thought. That's what I thought as well, but I don't know. I got corrected by someone during one cast by that, and I was like, no, they get affected by Splash, but apparently they don't get affected by Siege Tank Splash or something like that. Maybe I'm not getting it quite right, but yeah.
Okay, it looks
that lurker won't die to Siege Tanks.
Oh, go figure. I'm wondering why Zerglings die then. To siege tanks.
Yeah, I don't know. It's weird. Maybe I'm not getting it quite right, but
Dark Swarm's always been one of those things that's created weird arguments and whatnot. Like ever since the beginning, like I remember not entirely knowing how it worked when I first cast it. I'm like, look, I'm not even going to argue this because I don't even know. Anyway, it looks like that 3 o'clock base getting complete. They're saying 9 o'clock base completely. But, and actually chewing through those Marines rather effectively with the Plague, and wow, actually cleaning that attack force up. But it just feels like this is too little too late.
Yeah, I mean, Cracklings are pretty good against 1 HP units, regardless of the upgrades. Oh my goodness, Manor Command Centers going down on the left side. 2 Command Centers underneath an Overlord. Those are not, there is no reasonable, there's no good reason to have those. Those are certainly a BM move. Looks like Deska going for a counterattack right now, but just with barely any units.
Left no GG as well.
No GG!
Oh, and I think Heme might have broken the code against Deska. I fear for Deska in this next match. I have to reconnect the BattleNet. Forgot about that. But yeah, it seems like, yes, Deska is doing rather well. Early game, if he can smash through break, get the victory then. The thing is if Heme just defends, all he has to do is defend and let Deska run into him, and all he has to do is literally it's almost like the boar versus spear problem. His boar is inevitably